Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Khandy. This week we are going to be talking about a topic that affects a lot of people that are watching this right now, and that is fertility issues. I'm talking about it because it's something that a lot of people, and I say people because both men and women suffer with infertility. And I think that it is something that a lot of us women talk about, and we feel, the grunt of that, and it's not fair. But being that I'm a woman and I know that I'm the one that went through a lot of the treatment for infertility, I bared a lot of the load for it. So I'm here to talk to my viewers about it and just start the discussion, because it's something that I don't know. I felt like when I was going through it, it's something that I just wasn't ready for. If you watched our adoption journey, I kind of brushed over it a little bit. I said, oh, and I was diagnosed with stage 5 endometriosis, and that was it. So yes, I was diagnosed with stage 5 endometriosis, and it came as a shock. This was something that I never thought. You know what? Let me not say that. I was young. I mean, like young, TMI. From menstrual cycle started, they were always horrible. I mean, and when I say horrible, I mean horrible. And you have friends and they're like, oh, I have a cramp, and they can take like a Tylenol or Motrin. No, I need to be in the hospital. Like something is wrong. I'm dying inside. But then you have, you know, my mom or whoever, and they're just like, oh, I was the same way. And so you're just like, this is normal. So I equated that to be normal. And as you get older, in the back of your mind, something, it's not normal, it's not normal, it's not normal. As I got older, we got married. We weren't necessarily trying not to get pregnant, but it was just not on the forefront. This is not something that Kenny and I ever, got married and said, okay, 2 years in, we're going to try for baby. That wasn't it. We were like 2 years in, and we're trying to go to this continent and see this many countries and have this many stamps on our passport. That the baby thing was just not in the plan right now. So it was just me not ever getting pregnant or having a late period. It wasn't, oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? It was like, okay, great, because it wasn't in the plan for us. So fast forward, Kenny was deployed, and before he got deployed, I started having these reoccurring in the same issue. And I kept on going to the doctor, and the doctors kept on prescribing me the same exact medication. And I think when I went back to the same, I went to a different doctor for, I think, the 5th time in maybe 2 months, and she was writing me the same script. And I said, okay, is there something else you can give me, because this is not working? And she said, what do you mean? I said, well, this is going to be the 5th time I'm having this medication. And she said, can you tell me exactly what your symptoms are? And it's like, okay, well, are you even listening to me? And with what that doctor did was she actually listened to me, and she sent me to a bladder specialist, who then diagnosed me with interstitial cystitis. And I had never heard of that in my life. When I went to that doctor for the first time, he gave me a whole packet of paperwork to fill out. And in that packet of paperwork, after I filled it out, he came in, he gave me an additional questionnaire. And at the end of that discussion, he said, Khandy, I can almost guarantee you that you have endometriosis. And I was just like, nope, because from what I know about endometriosis, these women are in so much pain. I mean, just, it is excruciating, the lives that they live. And I was just like, no, I'm functioning fine. I'm in pain, but I'm okay. I just take some pills and I just keep moving. He was like, okay, so we started the treatment for my interstitial cystitis. We did that for months. I was on like a regimen. I would go into the office 2 days a week and do this cycle of things. And it was working for a while, and then it stopped working. And he said, we have to have surgery. We have to go in there and we have to do a diagnostic. And I kept on putting off again, because my husband is over in Afghanistan, and it's just like, I'm here by myself. I don't want to have surgery while my husband, is deployed. And I think it just got so bad that I just said, okay, we're just going to go ahead and have the surgery. And we did. And I remember waking up in recovery and the nurse stating, and she showed me, I think it was a scan. I'm not even sure because I was still so looped up. And she said, you have endometriosis. And I went back to sleep. And I think I might have sent Kenny a message, I don't know, on Facebook Messenger. Fast forward, Kenny came home the next week and we went to my post-op visit, and the doctor said, you have stage 5 endometriosis. She showed me the copies of my scans, and it was horrible, and it was so advanced. I had, organs that were fused together. It was just a mess in there. I was not expecting it. And he put it in layman's terms. He said, just like this, he said, are you two planning on having children? And Kenny and I looked at each other like, right now, like today. And we said, not right now. He said, well, if you want to try, you need to start trying now. And he recommended that we started a treatment, which is Leuperon. And I'm sure if you have dealt with any type of fertility issues or any type of reproductive health issues, you are aware of what Leuperon is, and you are shaking your head like, girl, you should not have done it. And I know I shouldn't have done it. Leuperon is a drug that induces you into menopause, early induction menopause, and it was the worst decision ever. It changed me as a person. Everything about me changed. My mood changed, my hair changed, my weight changed, my skin changed. Every single thing changed. You go into menopause overnight, and I had no baby at the end of this 7 to 9 months, however long we did it. It was the worst. So after we did that, we, started some other tests, and then we got a referral to go see a reproductive endocrinologist. And the bad news kept on coming. Just like, ugh. But in the meantime, you still have all of the people in your lives nagging you and saying, oh my God, are you guys going to have babies? You don't like kids? What are you guys doing? Oh my gosh, you guys would be such good parents. You guys, why do people do that? Stop it. Stop. The pressure that I felt from outside. I never felt pressure from my husband one day in my life to have a child. But the pressure that I felt from everyone else, and you watching this video, because I'm going to send you a link for it. You know who I'm talking about. The pressure was exhausting, and it's not fair. Stop it. It's just because sometimes we don't tell people. I know for a fact I wasn't telling people what Kenny and I were going through. You have no idea what we're putting our bodies through physically. You have no idea the testing that we're doing. It's like a rigorous battle that we are going through when you are dealing with infertility that other people just don't get if you're not going through it, if you've never gone through it. So you go to these reproductive endocrinologists and you start finding out all these other things that are going on that is just like, whoa, I had no clue. And then so you're just like, okay, well, then let's just start the, fertility treatments. And so you have to start getting your body ready for that. And you do hormones and all of these tests. And the men, they also have to go through these tests, and their tests aren't fun either. And the money starts coming out. Nothing was successful. Nothing was successful. And I'm doing all this by myself. Not to say by myself, because Kenny's doing it with me, but I'm not saying anything to anybody. I don't have, like now I'm a part of these Facebook groups, but at the time I wasn't. I wasn't a part. I didn't have like a network around me. I didn't have a group of girlfriends around me that I was telling things to. I did have girlfriends that were pregnant, and they would complain about the smallest little thing. And I would be like, are you kidding me right now? You're pregnant. Shh. It's okay. Like there are hundreds of thousands of women that we are literally feel like we're killing ourselves every day to just have a healthy full-term pregnancy. 95% of us, and then you have the people that are just like, did you try this? Did you try that? Oh my gosh, I have a girlfriend and she tried yoga and it helped her? Did you try acupuncture? We tried it all. Trust me, 95% of women that are going through infertility, we have tried everything. We have probably flown overseas to go see some random doctor in an alleyway that is going to tell us to rub two rocks together for 7 days, for 7 minutes, for the seventh hour on the seventh day of the week. And we're going to do it because we believe that it's going to work. And so we're going to do it. Okay. I stopped eating meat. I still don't eat meat. Okay. And it's 4 years now. Okay. You eliminate all the prescription drugs that you're taking. You substitute those for now vitamins. Stop drinking soda. You're only drinking water. You just eliminate certain things. You eliminate certain people because you just feel like things are toxic. Every single thing that goes into your body now has to be pure. And these are the things I'm telling you, it consumes your mind. And while you are trying to consume your mind with positivity, you have other people that are just consuming your mind with negativity. To be honest with you, after a while, I kind of just gave up, because when you start getting those calls after you've done your rounds, and you know what I mean by rounds, and you get the call from the nurse after you've had your blood work done to say that the pregnancy test was negative, you're over it. You're just like, I don't want to do this anymore, because I felt like I wasn't even doing it for me anymore. I was so tired. I was exhausted. My body was exhausted. Emotionally, I was exhausted. It was taking a toll. And again, I never felt pressure from my husband. That was the one person that was just like, we'll stop when you want to stop. This is your body. This is your body that we're doing this to. So this is up to you. I'm okay with whatever you want to do. But it was all the outside noise. It was all the outside noise. Eventually, I knew what my limit was. I knew what my limit was. And I think anybody going through this, what I want the takeaway to be is, it is okay if your body is not ever going to have a baby naturally. It is okay. Don't beat yourself up about it. I think there is a bigger plan for all of us, how we're supposed to become parents. I am now a parent to the most amazing little girl, and I didn't birth her myself. I wouldn't have chosen any other baby, and it's weird to say that, because I think of everything that I put myself through. I think of everything that we sacrificed when we were doing those treatments, and I wouldn't have done it if I knew that I would have her. But again, sometimes you just have to go through things, and you learn in the process how strong you really are, because I really, really, really pushed myself to like the breaking point. And when I say I'm one of those people that I am like Fort Knox, I can hold an emotion in like no tomorrow. It was like I was just fighting these things by myself. And at the same time, you are just hearing the nagging and the nagging and the questions and the questions and the questions and the pressure and the pressure and the pressure. And it just wasn't fair. It wasn't fair. It wasn't. And all the pressure is put on the woman. That's another thing. And it's not fair to so many couples, because there's so many men that are having infertility issues on their end, but no one ever looks to the man. Everything is on the woman. Well, when are you going to give him a baby? You don't think that he wants a baby? It's just, it's sad. It's a sad, sad, sad thing that we deal with as women. But you know what? There was a plan for everything. And when I look at it now, I always try to look at it as childbirth is no easy feat. Women and children get seriously injured or even die sometime during childbirth. It is not easy. We look at it as, oh my gosh, you just had this beautiful baby and they're both so healthy. That's not the case for a lot of people. I don't know what God has been protecting me from. You know what I mean? So sometimes you just have to take it as to, maybe that's not for me. Maybe that's not meant for me. I don't know what bigger was waiting for me on the other side. So I just need to stop pushing it. So, my story is written the way that it is. Like I've said, Kenny and I, we hope to expand our family through the beauty of adoption again, maybe twice, I don't know. And I want anyone out there that is still dealing with infertility issues to know that you're not alone. You're not alone. Find a group, find some other women that you can relate to, that can be empathetic towards you, because it's hard when you just have family and friends that have no clue what you're talking about. You know, have no clue what you're talking about. It's hard because they're just like, oh, try this. I did. You know, so it's it's okay. It's okay. However you are meant to grow your family, it will happen. Try to take a little bit of the pressure off yourself. I know it's easier said than done. Been there, done that. But just know that it will happen for you. I know because it happened for me. When I decided to let that go because I knew that it was not for me, it all worked out. So that is what I have. I didn't really look at my book too much in this video, but you know, if you have anything that you'd like to share with me, any part of your journey, again, please leave it down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'd love for you to go ahead and like it. Please, 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 if you have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Press that subscribe button and follow me on IG. And go ahead and turn on your notifications so you know when I upload videos. I usually upload at least twice a week. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye. Take care.